In this video, we'll learn colors in French. And to make everything very simple and clear, I've divided this lesson into 4 easy parts. Hi there, French learners. Welcome to Sam's English to French Lab, where we learn, listen, repeat, think, and practice to master French together. In French, colors are called les couleurs en français. Let's begin the first part, where we'll learn the basic colors in French. Listen carefully and then repeat after me. Practicing this way will help you improve your French speaking skills. Alright, let's start with our first color. It is rouge, which means red. For example, une pomme rouge. This means a red apple. Listen carefully and say it out loud. Rouge. Rouge. Next we have bleu, which is blue in English. For example, un ballon bleu means a blue balloon. Repeat after me. Bleu. Bleu. The next color is vert, meaning green. For example, un stylo vert means a green pen. Notice that the T is silent, so we pronounce it vert. Try saying it with me. Vert. Vert. The next color is jaune, meaning yellow. For example, une chemise jaune means a yellow shirt. Practice the pronunciation with me. Jaune. Jaune. Now let's learn noir, which means black. For example, un chat noir means a black cat. Try pronouncing it with me. Noir. Noir. Next is blanc, which means white. Keep in mind that the final C is silent. For example, un nuage blanc means a white cloud. Say it with me. Blanc. Blanc. The next color is gris, which means gray. Remember that we don't pronounce the final S. For example, un pull gris means a gray sweater. Repeat aloud. Gris. Gris. Next is orange, which also means orange in English. For example, une jupe orange means an orange skirt. Repeat with me. Orange. Orange. Now we have rose, which means pink. For example, une fleur rose means a pink flower. Try saying it with me. Rose. Rose. The next color is violet, meaning purple. We also don't pronounce the final T in this word. For example, un ballon violet means a purple balloon. Say it out loud. Violet. Violet. Next is marron, which means brown. For example, des chaussures marron means brown shoes. Repeat after me. Marron. Marron. Now let's look at some useful color combinations using dark and light. Bleu foncé means dark blue. Bleu clair means light blue. Pronounce it with me. Bleu foncé. Bleu clair. Vert foncé means dark green. And finally, vert clair means light green. Repeat after me. Vert foncé. Vert clair. Now let's move on to part 2 of the video, where we talk about important grammar rules. As you may have noticed in all the examples I gave earlier, the color always comes after the noun. For example, in English we say a red car, but in French we say une voiture rouge, which literally means a car red. So in French, the color comes after the noun. The second important rule to remember is that colors must agree with the gender and number of the noun. In simple terms, the color changes depending on whether the noun is masculine or feminine, and whether it is singular or plural. Don't worry, I'll explain exactly how it works. Let's start with the masculine singular form. For example, le chapeau noir means the black hat. Here, chapeau is masculine and singular, so the color stays in its basic form, noir. Now let's look at the feminine singular form. To make a color feminine, we usually add the letter E to the masculine form. For example, la robe noire means the black dress. The noun, robe, is feminine, so noir becomes noir. But if a color already ends in the letter E, it does not change. For example, une robe rouge means a red dress. The word rouge stays the same. Now let's move on to the masculine plural. To make a color plural, we usually add the letter S to the masculine form. For example, les chapeaux noirs means the black hats. The noun here is masculine and plural, so noir becomes noir. The thing to remember is that the S is only there in writing, we don't pronounce it when speaking. Finally, let's look at the feminine plural form. For the feminine plural, we add E for feminine and S for plural. For example, les robes noires means the black dresses. The noun, robe, is feminine and plural, so noir becomes noir. If the color already ends in E, you only add S for the plural. As you may have noticed, the good thing is that they all sound the same, except noir, which adds a small Z sound in. Liaison means when the next word starts with a vowel or a silent H. For example, les robes noires élégantes sont belles means the black elegant dresses are beautiful. Have you noticed the Z sound? Robes noires élégantes. Robes noires élégantes. Les robes noires élégantes sont belles. As you know, French can be a little tricky sometimes. So there are a few exceptions you need to know. Sometimes we don't add E or S to make a color feminine or plural, and other times the color doesn't change at all. But don't worry, I'm going to give you the complete list, which colors change, which colors stay the same, and how they look in singular and plural forms, so it's super easy to remember. Let's start with the colors that change. Vert, vert, verte, verte. Bleu, 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 bleu. Noir, 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 noir. Rouge, 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 rouge. Jaune, 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 jaune. Rose, 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 rose. Gris, gris, grise, grise. Blanc, blanc, blanche, blanche. Violet, violet. Violette, violette. Next, let's look at colors that do not change at all. Orange, marron. When we use dark or light with a color, the color does not change. For example, bleu foncé, bleu clair. So, no matter if the noun is masculine or feminine, singular or plural, these colors always stay the same. Now let's move on to part 3, where we practice using colors in everyday conversations. Here's the first dialogue.
Quelle est ta couleur préférée?
Ma couleur préférée est le violet.
Quelle est votre couleur préférée?
Ma couleur préférée est le vert. Tu aimes la couleur bleue?
Oui, j'aime le bleu.
Votre voiture est noire.
Oui, c'est une couleur élégante.
De quelle couleur est la table?
La table est marron.
Et la chaise?
Elle est blanche.
Quelle est la couleur de la pomme?
La pomme est rouge.
Et la banane?
Elle est jaune.
Aujourd'hui, je mets la chemise blanche.
Le blanc est bien, mais le bleu te va mieux.
D'accord, je prends le bleu.
Où est ma chemise noire?
Elle est dans l'armoire.
Et le pantalon gris?
Il est sur le lit.
Nous avons cette robe en rouge et en vert.
Je préfère le rouge.
Très bien, voilà la robe rouge.
J'ai un stylo bleu et un stylo rouge.
Donne-moi le bleu, s'il te plaît.
Tiens. All right. It's quiz time. Let's see how much you remember. Don't worry, this is just for fun and practice. I've prepared 2 different types of quizzes for you. In the first quiz, you'll see images on the screen, and your task is to choose the correct answer. So, let's begin. Here's your first question. Violet. Vert. Blanc. Orange. Bleu clair. Rose. Noir. Jaune. Marron. Gris. Vert foncé. Bleu. Rouge. Vert clair. Bleu foncé. Well done! But, before we start the second quiz, if you're finding this video helpful and useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fun lessons. Now, let's move on to the second quiz, where you'll choose the correct form of the French color. Remember, always look at the noun first. Ask yourself, is it masculine or feminine, and is it singular or plural? Once you know that, choosing the correct color form becomes easy. So, let's begin. Une assiette blanche. Un stylo noir. Une pomme rouge. Des livres verts. Une robe bleue. Un sac marron. Des fleurs roses. Un tableau gris. Une banane jaune. Des chaises blanches. Une jupe violette. Un pull bleu foncé. Une lampe vert clair. Des chaussures noires. Un gâteau rose. Une serviette orange. Des stylos bleus. Une veste verte. Un mur blanc. Des assiettes grises. Well done! You did it! Now I'd love to hear from you. Quelle est votre couleur préférée? Write your answer in French in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep practicing your French. See you in the next lesson.